Hi, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter love reading. I'll first be doing a tarot love reading, and then I'll be doing a Lenormand card love reading. Now I know you're not familiar with the Lenormand cards, so I'll walk you through it. And then after that I'll be doing a I Ching reading that's associated to the two previous readings. Now let me explain my tarot love reading and how it works. First of all, I go card by card until I find the Two of Cups or the Lover's card, or any court card from your sign. For example, Cups for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And then I look for the card that's associated to your sign too, such as Virgo for Hermit and Cancer for Chariot. And I put it up here, and then it depicts the overall feeling of the reading. It's overseeing the reading. Now I'm doing my Know Thyself or Know Yourself reading. I gave it this moniker so it's easy to remember. But the main cards are what you know, what is or can be yours, and self or self-awareness, and then the future card. Now each card has a clarification card along with it, and I'm using the Hanson-Roberts deck. And now on with the reading. Hi there, Pisces. I thought I'd mix things up a little bit and do a love reading in June. Now those in the northern hemisphere are waiting for summer and things to sprout and grow. And those in the southern hemisphere are turning on the heat and getting ready to cuddle up. So I thought this would be an opportune time to do a love reading. Now for your spread, the first card I was looking for as I was going through the deck was the Moon card, any cup court card, the Two of Cups, or the Lover's card. And I came across the Moon card, and after I put the spread out, my mind kind of went wild, and I want to share with you what I'm thinking. I think it's a paradox that the reflective light of the moon supposedly brings out your instinctual self. But then again, its influence is deemed deceptional and intuitional. So which one is it? Instincts? Deception? Intuition? Feral emotions can blind a person into manifesting false truths. So is it true that love emotions can open up your eyes to the truth? And maybe even through intuition? And is it a conundrum that love emotions can find themselves in the dark shadows cast by the moon, bringing obscure thoughts and uncertainty in the direction of the way you seek? And you're a seeker because you're watching this tarot reading. You know, did destiny create fate from our reckless and unconditional influence over our free will? Is there a temptress for our irrational and our irresistible impulses that end up enslaving us in some type of bondage? Well, I guess you've noticed I've had some pretty heavy thoughts today. So my conclusion to all this was to find what matters to you, you have to get rid of what doesn't matter to you. And then is it true that what's left is the truth? I think what's left is your truth, the truth that you make because of what matters. And on the left, for what you know, it surprised me. You received the Wheel of Fortune, and the clarification is the Lover's card. Now all of a sudden, we have to put another factor into the equation. And is truly our emotions driven by luck, chance, kismet, fate, destiny? You know, is our life really dictated by lots, fate, whims of capricious gods? I think it boils down again to really what matters in your life and what kind of truths you made around what matters. And if it's something you don't want to get rid of and you want to keep and you're feeling pretty good about it, yeah, then the Wheel of Fortune is on your side, the fates of fortune. I think this Wheel of Fortune here is just directing us to the cyclic, abstract nature of the motion of destiny and fate. And it's now saying suddenly maybe good fortune is at your doorstep. You've got the Lover's card, but what are you going to do with it? What matters to you? Are you going to make some good decisions? Because the Lover's card and the Two of Cups is about making decisions. It's about vice versus virtue. Temptation versus doing what is right. It's about putting priorities on deepening your emotional bonds with lovers, family, and friends, making more harmonious relationships. And the center cards for what is or can be yours is the High Priestess and the Five of Cups. What an interesting combination. The High Priestess is about veiled mysteries and finding your spiritual, subconscious, higher self. She's a translator from the cosmos down to the earthly realm, the messages that it sends, and she wants you to listen to your inner self, your intuition, your gut feelings, recognize coincidences, and remember your dreams. In that respect, she is connected to the Moon card. But it's not illusion. It's supposed to be a reality. It's not written in the runes. It's written in languages that we can understand. Now the clarification card, the Five of Cups, says that you understand something hasn't gone right. This card to me means a lot of D words: despondency, displacement, depression, devastation. But you're the one that's imposed that. 3 cups are spilled and 2 are full, but you want to ignore them. Oh no, I don't want to look at that. And it's kind of the concept of the cup is half empty instead of half full. But in many of the tarot decks, there's a bridge behind this person that it wants you to walk over from the formidable past to your present so you can take the challenges of your future. And the cards on the right for yourself and self-awareness are the Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Now, whatever happened with the Five of Cups card threw you into a timeout. That's what the Four of Swords is about. It's a respite from battle. And in the medieval days, the knights were required to buy their tomb before they went out on campaigns. And now he's laying on his own tomb, wondering why he lived, and many of his companions died. And what was the purpose of his life, and what will make him happy, and where does he want to go? Well, wherever he's going, it's going to happen very quickly, because you got the Eight of Wands. It's sudden change, and it's usually positive sudden change. Now, if you've been listening to the murmurings of the High Priestess's message, things are going to be changing, and for the positive with the Wheel of Fortune behind you. And of course, emotionally, with the Lover's card. And not letting the deception of the moon instill fear. Now the future card is the Six of Swords. It wants you to move away from the shadows of the moon and go into the light. Find the illumination and wisdom for you to make the right decisions in your love affairs, because the Lover's card is right next to the Wheel of Fortune. But you're still feeling hurt from the Five of Cups, and that's a card about hurt emotions. But it's telling you to have strength, because the clarification card for the future is the Strength card. Master Lao Tzu of Tao said knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Aha. But mastering yourself is true power. And that's pretty much the message of this reading. And I pulled another clarification card And you receive the Queen of Cups. That's personifying you. And it's saying for you to have the strength and the true power to find others and yourself in harmonious relationships. And let's see what the Lenormand cards have to say. I put out a sample spread of the Lenormand cards so you can see what they look like. Now the tarot deck has 78 cards in it, and the Lenormand decks have between 36 and 39. Now I'm using Under the Roses deck, and that has 39 in it. I'll be laying out 18 cards, 9 on the top and 9 on the bottom. And every card has a word translation, and then I'll be putting it together to make a sentence. And I'll show you all of the translations as subtitles. And then I'll read you the sentences, and after that I'll put the sentences on slides so you can read them yourself. Now let me explain the difference between the tarot cards and the Lenormand cards. The tarot cards are your response to a certain situation, and it's more emotional and psychological. Where the Lenormand cards give you real-time action of what is happening. The tarot cards are about emotion, and the Lenormand cards are dispassionate, and it goes on from subjective to objective, verbs to nouns, psychological to physical, feeling to seeing, participant to spectator. The tarot cards will tell you why your husband left you because he had mother issues. The Lenormand cards will tell a woman why her husband isn't home because he's at the bar having a few beers. And a lot of times these Lenormand cards can put things into a sequence of time. Not all the time, but sometimes. So let's see what comes up in your reading. Okay, I laid out your 18 cards for your Lenormand love reading, and I translated each card into a word and made 2 sentences out of it. Now when you hear man or woman, it's like the tarot court cards. It can be either gender. Now the first sentence goes into saying that overwhelming new beginnings of love. Now the new beginning could be the Wheel of Fortune, and of course the love could be the Lover's card. But then it goes on to say about mistakes and burdens from a childlike person, so this could be the 5 of Cups. And the second sentence says ambitious woman, educated woman. And this could be indicating the High Priestess. And it's about spirited and exciting news that's coming. And this could be the 8 of Wands. So now I'm going to put up the subtitles of the words, and you can stop the video and study them if you want. And now I'm going to read the sentences. Overwhelming new beginnings of love bring mistakes and burdens from a childlike person that separates security from goals. Ambitious woman, educated woman, brings spirited and exciting news to a man. And in reality there was 2 man cards, so it could be 2 men. And after the slides then I'll be doing a I Ching reading. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.